So the numbers are 4 billion, right? There's nothing to be said. And
follow me.
Well, you know the rest of it.
So I hate to say this, it sounds cold-hearted, but as an economist, that's my job. War is very economically beneficial.
That was Lawrence Heidelbaker of ITR Economics. Don't forget, you can watch more videos on Reuters.com.
Given how much damage they're doing to Iranian military facilities, does Iran have the capability to close those straits?
At least for 6 months.
Wow.
I think Iran's ability to close the Strait of Hormuz, it's at least 6 months, if not more.
You go, okay, so how can we create a positive feedback loop in the system?
The practices of engaging in this new sense of reality creates the transcendence which, in turn, creates fearlessness.
In a politically and economically uncertain world, we are falling short of our own expectations and those of the market.
Disastrous.
You have no idea.
As humanity hurtled towards
everything is all planned.
These measures aim to prevent such a conflict from recurring and to promote
That's interesting.
Disastrous.
And there are many ways it can be done.
First major violent confrontation.
But what do you see as the greatest threat facing us?
With an emphasis on irreversible.
Would soon be turned into an era of...
Is there any end in sight to this?
The climate emergency
is here and now.
In the 1960s, carbon dioxide was rising at about 0.9 parts per million per year. In the 1970s, 1.3 parts per million per year. In the 1980s and 90s, 1.5 parts per million per year. In the 2000s, 2 parts per million per year. 2010s, 2.4 parts per million per year, and it's now already above 2.5.
The indicators, we've been in a situation now in which my message, I'm afraid, is that everything is getting worse, and everything is getting worse faster.
I thought that we could probably survive climate change. Now I am not so sure.
It's getting hotter and drier every day.
that this has changed everything.
Yes, it is.
Oh no. The situation is dire, as you can see.
General strike.
And I think this comes down really to the fundamental...
But I sure told him off.
You sure did.
Rinse and repeat.
Calm gratitude.
But the ultimate goal remains improving quality of life.
Start acting as though you're already free.
If you want to change what you will become, first change what you are.
I want to stay here.
But there's always somebody behind the wheel.
Good day.
Never say never because of non-linear dynamics in the system.
Seize the day.
The science is real.
It involves a process of giving up and letting go.
What was the question?
And that leading to...
Everything is getting worse, faster.
The world teetered on the brink of...
And the reason we're going to have mass starvation is because of the collapse in the weather systems around the world.
That there's reasons why we don't like things.
This conversation will need to be continued.
But now I really have gotten to the point where I feel like I'm talking out of my ass, so...
That goes for everybody. That goes for everybody.
The focus should be identifying the key problems and figuring out how to solve them.
Answer the call of those future generations.
The end of the story.
But I don't want to spoil the surprise.